Astrology friends and family from around the world. This is Lada from Astrolada.com, and these are your July 2022 video horoscopes. To watch the extended version, where I also talk about world events and all the rest of the 12 signs are together in one video, check out my main channel, Ladaduncheva. Or to watch the short version, you can watch it at my channel, new channel, Astrolada, where there is one video for each of the 12 signs, which is 7-8 minutes long. And by the way, before we start, I want to tell you that this is the last time this year that I'm offering my courses, astrology courses made by me at a promotional price of 25%. So grab the deal if you're interested in learn astrology with me. Now let's begin. Now, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, July 2022. This month is very, very active for Tauruses. The huge conjunction of Uranus, Mars, and the North Node is going to happen in your sign. And Mars enters your sign from July the 6th. So this energy, you start feeling it pretty much after the first week of July, where it's building up. And all those three planets, Uranus, Mars, and the North Node, they have the energy of something new that can happen very fast. And I know Taurus energy doesn't like things to change very fast. They're the most stable sign, the most reliable, but you're being shaken up. And it's been for a while now with the North Node and Uranus in your signs, guys. It's not so new energy, but Mars will escalate it and trigger it even further. And if your sun is in Taurus, especially around the 18th degree, 1A, where the conjunction is happening, but I would say 5 degrees before, 5 after, you can have, for example, a huge new change in career or direction with your goals and plans in life, with your self-identity, with the important men in your life. All other Tauruses can also feel something similar, but not as intense as those degrees. If your moon is in Taurus, there can be a big shakeup and big change in your environment. Where are you living? Your material circumstances, your emotional connections and relationships. The moon rules all of those things, or with important women in your life, mothers, and so on. Some big new developments, surprising ones. You have to adapt quick. And then it's not necessarily that it's going to be some drama or crisis. It can be something great, but it's very fast moving. You have to be fast. So something, if it's your ascendant, your overall life, it might be even your appearance, it might be your direction in your life, and path in life, again, persona, new beginnings in your life of many different possibilities. I cannot tell specifically for every one of you. But for example, Mars rules your relationships house because it rules the 7th house. Uranus rules for your career as well. So there might be some big development for you, Taurus, connected to partnerships and something very new that comes, some very fated relationships, because the rule of your 7th house is with Rahu, the planet of fated relationships, some new fated business partnership or relationship that appears. And it might also influence your status, like social status. Uranus rules your career, social status, standing in the world. There might be a new idea that you come up with in regards to your career, and that can also influence your relationships, or through another person that kind of shakes up your world around, it surprises you. So on many levels, but it affects you personally, and you personally, somehow a lot of the changes, you're making them and you want to make them because everything is happening in your sign. So you are taking the initiative to act on that. Fascinating. Let's see. For the world it will be, but all eyes are on Taurus. So, or for some of you, it might be that you get an idea to, and some new beginnings start where you can play an important role in the world, because the cycle is quite long. It's at least 10 years long, that what is happening here, until it repeats again. Uranus with North Node, or even longer than that. I think maybe 19 years, sorry. So something new is entering your life that will personally affect you, that you have to be very flexible and open to innovate, to welcome things that you've never done before. Otherwise, you might be forced into such things. But you'll have the drive, the energy. Mars is there in your sign. the motivation to do that. Oh, interesting, guys, you know. And of course, you have to be a bit more careful for accidents and such things around the end of July, the start of August, especially those Tauruses born around 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 degrees Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, because this is kind of an explosive energy there. If you can be more cautious, but a lot of new things will come, also exciting for you. At the same time, this month, Jupiter is turning retrograde towards the end of the month again, in your 12th house. And that's the house of the subconscious. And it's almost like your subconscious, while Jupiter almost stays stationary for the whole month and turns retrograde at the end, like your subconscious is stilled. It becomes quieter. And some revelations can emerge in your dream life, or suddenly out of the blue, like they swim out from the bottoms of your subconscious. Certain things from the past you might start remembering, and certain wisdom or truth can you get from the past. You can start being remembered or reminded about that. And because the subconscious is changing direction for you, it's first is getting still, and then it's realizing something in your subconscious. So it might be almost like the opportunity to be released from some kind of vice, because 12th house rules self-sabotaging behaviors like addictions and vices. And also it's quite karmic, where how it's almost like Jupiter can help you get a realization about the karmic patterns that you've been repeating, that act like self-sabotaging for you, or as underwater stones for you. And they can be like a cleansing, because 12th house is a moksha house. Jupiter is a liberation planet. Moksha, liberation, is the same word in Sanskrit. So a liberating planet in a liberating house. So for some of you, you can notice a big reorientation and releasing of certain outdated beliefs, let's say, and beliefs that are kind of embedded almost into your subconscious, and you realizing that you have those beliefs. Many times we don't even realize we have those, and being released from some kind of a burden or some kind of attachment and feeling more free. And almost you might decide to let go of something, but the letting go happens easily. This is Jupiter that is doing the letting go of the 12th house, and farewells and goodbyes. Also, it can be like a turnaround in certain developments connected to traveling or faraway places for you, or if you've been trying to do on some spiritual work and connecting to invisible forces, connecting to your high intuition. There can be a change around, or there can be a deepening introversion and seeing more and more things spiritually if you're such kind of person. And they can be the finding out of some secret. Jupiter is turning around, so something can bubble out from the invisible world or from hidden things. 12th house is invisible things, and it can indicate also some hidden support from someone that you are not aware of, that comes to you. So, or certain secrets that appear to you. We talked about that. Okay, and you're going to have, I think these are the two big things basically: Mars and Uranus and the North Node in your sign. Jupiter being retrograde, slowly starting to turn retrograde in your 12th house. Venus is whizzing by. I mean, like none of the other influences, they're very fast, so I don't think it's important to talk about them. And there'll be a new moon happening at the end of the month, which is quite positive one, in your 4th house in Leo, because it will be trined by Jupiter, the great benefic, from the 12th house. So it can be like new beginnings happening in your personal life. The 4th house is connected to family, to place of living, and these will be auspicious. If something gives itself as an opportunity for you, connected to make some changes at home or with family members or in place of living or with land and property, I would say take it, but it comes towards the end of the month. And there can be some new good developments with your family that come, or good news that come from them. And 4th house is also the karmic patterns we carry that are inherited from family. And this new moon allows for renewal day, especially with a trine from Jupiter, with some powerful realization about patterns that you've had that are holding you back, and releasing such and starting on a clean slate. All right,